But as we look ahead to the NBA season, my friend, come on, we got to do this. We got to make our picks. It's only right. All right. So
I'm not a gambler, man. I'm just gonna give you who I think is good, who's not, but I'm not gonna tell you where to put your money. I'm not telling you where to gamble in, but I can give you my insights of my thought process of what I think is could be a good pick.
I understand. Well, if you guys have been listening to this pod for a while, you do know I do some sports betting content for a multitude of networks. So you can check me out on those. And maybe sometimes I'll do a special sports betting episode that Danny won't be involved in because we know we're not trying to stop his paper. With that being said, all right, here's my pick for MVP. I'm going back to back. Joel Embiid. There's no way I don't see him performing at the same level, if not better. One of the key factors for me as I thought about Joel Embiid, you know, Joel Embiid's lowest average points per game has come against the Toronto Raptors, a.k.a. Nick Nurse. Now that he is his head coach, I think Nick Nurse is going to be able to say, Joel, this is how they're going to attack you. Be aware for this. Be aware for that. I think working with Nick Nurse instead of working against him is only going to make his IQ a bit better. And then I also would like to think, Danny, I would like to think that watching Nikola Jokic and how he operated in the finals is also going to motivate Joel Embiid, not just to be a scorer, but be more versatile, pass the ball, dribble handoffs, setting screens that really opens up the offense. And finally, and the wild card, especially if James Harden is not playing ball for the Philadelphia 76ers, I can see him taking on that responsibility, similar to what he did when Ben Simmons wasn't around and he was, top 2 for MVP. I think he does it all over again, if not better. MVP, Joel Embiid.
I'm going to have to agree to an extent. I think if we're going to go with the old, I would like to see a new MVP. We'll start off with that. And I think this is the year that we might get one. But if we're going back, I think they said if we're going to get one of the repeats, I think it's going to be Joel or Giannis. I think it's between those two guys. In the East, it's kind of up in the air. Giannis got a new team. He's got Dame with him, but he still has something to prove. I think he has a chip on his shoulder, an edge, a hunger, seeing Joel and Jokic be those other guys that can win MVPs and also be, I guess, a team standing longer than his team. So I could see him coming in and having something to say about that. But my pick for the new MVP that I think could step up this year, I'm going to go with Luka Doncic. I think Dallas has a lot to prove this year. Kyrie has a lot to prove this year. And if they figure it out and win some games and they both are a good tandem, I could see him as well as the league pushing him to be, the new face, the next face of the league. And I said he's done enough to earn that. He's earned that right. He's put up unbelievable numbers, and all it takes is for him to be a top 4 seed in the West or top 3 seed in the West, which I think Dallas can do. So I could see a new MVP coming this year.